Deobra Redden, the man, the myth, the legend, who made headlines, launching himself at a judge during a courtroom hearing. Was it an act of rage or a desperate cry for help? What drove him to leap over the bench in front of a stunned courtroom audience?
To Las Vegas, where the man who assaulted a judge made another court appearance.
My name is Justin Williams, and today we're uncovering the mental health battles that shaped Deobra's life, and we're revealing a jaw-dropping secret about his fallout viral moment. Trust me, you won't believe what he's been up to since that infamous day. Let's get into it. Born in 1993, Mr. Redden grew up in Nevada, where life was far from easy. By the time he was in middle school, those close to him started noticing something not quite right. Deobra often talked about hearing voices, felt paranoid around his friends, and struggled to focus in school.
I've always had problems since I was a little kid of like psychosis and being in.
Despite these red flags, mental health resources in his community were scarce, and his challenges went largely untreated. Flash forward to January 3rd, 2024, Deobra appeared in a Las Vegas courtroom for sentencing on charges of attempted battery with sustainable bodily harm.
Appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history.
But instead of accepting his fate, he leaped. Yes, he took a leap of faith at the judge's bench and physically attacked Judge Mary Kay Holthus. The entire courtroom was thrown into chaos. I remember watching this on Reddit, it was insane. Deobra's teenage years were marked by isolation. His family was struggling to make ends meet, and Deobra, without proper support, began slipping through the cracks.
He's basically born with mental illness. He was born with crack cocaine.
By his early 20s, he was bouncing between low-paying jobs and struggling with homelessness. And it wasn't until his mid-20s that Deobra was formally diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. By then, the damage had already been done. Without consistent access to medication or therapy, his condition worsened. These struggles eventually led him to a series of run-ins with the law, starting with minor offenses that eventually escalated into violent altercations. And again, flash forwarding to January 3rd, 2024, Deobra was in a Las Vegas courtroom for sentencing on charges of attempted battery with substantial bodily harm. He had been involved in a bar fight months earlier, leaving one man severely injured. But what happened in the courtroom would overshadow everything else. In this shocking moment caught on camera, Deobra leapt over the judge's bench and physically attacked Judge Mary Kay Holthus, leaving the courtroom in utter chaos. The viral clip earned the nickname the Flying Felon. But while the internet was so quick to mock, the truth behind the moment was far more serious. According to his attorney, Deobra was in a severe delusional state during the attack. He had not been taking his prescribed medication and genuinely believed the judge was conspiring against him. This moment wasn't just an act of defiance, no, it was a full-blown mental health crisis. After the attack, Deobra faced a slew of new charges, including attempted murder and intimidating a public officer. In September of 2024, he entered a plea of guilty but mentally ill to the charges. This meant acknowledging his actions while also bringing his mental health struggles to the forefront. But see, here's where it gets a little crazy, here's where it gets a little twisted. The court records reveal Deobra wasn't acting alone. Sources allege that fellow inmates encouraged him to act out, convincing him it might delay his sentencing. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. On December 10th, 2024, Deobra was sentenced to 26 to 65 years in prison. He's currently held in a maximum security facility where he is receiving mental health treatment. But that's not the end of the story. Word on the street is that Deobra's legal team is in talks with a major streaming platform for a documentary deal. That's right, either Netflix or Hulu are going to be taking this to the works, aiming the highlights of the story and push for justice reform. But here's the kicker. Despite these efforts, Deobra hasn't exactly turned over a new leaf. Insiders report multiple incidences behind bars, including violent altercations with other inmates. It raises the question, can he truly find redemption, or is he destined for a life of chaos? Deobra's story is a stark reminder of how the system often fails those with mental health issues. His case has sparked debates about courtroom security, prison reform and lack of accessible mental health care in America. While some see him as a victim, others argue he's a danger to society. So what do you think? My name is Justin Williams, and this has been another episode of Where They Are Now. Don't forget to like, share, comment, leave your thoughts below. And again, just so you know, I appreciate every single one of you for watching. Until next time, be safe.